Yo, what is up with that? We say welcome into the show. Overreaction Monday, October 28th, 2019. Right here on the best damn sports podcast, period. That's right, this is Sentell. You know what it is, the hottest sports podcast in the South. I am your host, a.k.a. Mr. No Days Off, a.k.a. the One Man Dynasty. Lots to talk about in the world of sports. Got the World Series going on. We got college football. We got the NFL. We got the NBA tipped off already. First week of the full week of the NBA season just went by. Hey, lots to talk about, man. We got the AP poll is out. We got a big game in the SEC this weekend, specifically the SEC East Division. Probably going to decide the division. We got Florida and Georgia at the world's largest outdoor cocktail party. Again, welcome into the show. This is Sentell. Where do we want to start? Where do we want to go? What do we want to do? Where we want to go to? Oh, what's up, Shaq? Welcome into the program. Where do we want to go, man? Let's talk about last night's game since it's fresh on our mind. Let's talk about last night's NFL game. It was the Packers over the Chiefs, 31-24. Aaron Rodgers, 3 touchdowns, 300 yards passing, played pretty well. Chiefs. Matt Moore didn't play bad. I mean, he started off kind of rough, but he picked it up. Only two TDs, 260-something yards passing. Didn't play bad. Got it going kind of late and made a game out of it. But the story of the game for me is Aaron Jones. Not Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones. Because Aaron Rodgers is the bad man. But he's the bad man. But Aaron Jones is becoming a bad man himself. He has just completely changed this offense, along with obviously Matt LaFleur, the head coach. They are running the football more than I've ever seen Green Bay run the football, and it is allowing a lot of things to open up. Last night, he was the primary receiving target for Aaron Rodgers last night. And he caught the ball for 157 yards out of the backfield. 157 yards out of the backfield last night for Mr. Aaron Jones. Also rushed it for 67 yards and also caught the 2 touchdown passes. He was sensational. So Aaron Jones has turned this thing around, plus the defense. And it just shows you that if you give Aaron Rodgers somewhat a competent defense, because they are very competent in the middle of the pack in defensive stats, and then a running game, this is what he's capable of. Now, he's throwing to nobody right now. Devontae Adams out. Valdez Scantling did nothing last night. Geronimo Allison was non-existent last night. Instead, he was throwing to the running backs. The Williams kid also caught a touchdown pass as well from Aaron. So he was throwing to nobody. Jimmy Graham is a shell of himself at this point in his career. So I mean, Packers improved to 7-1, and I must say, I gotta apologize to the Packers right now, because I picked the Bears to win the division. I did pick the Packers to make the playoffs, but I picked the Bears to win the division, and all of a sudden, the Bears are a mess. Mitch Trubisky is trash, but the Packers, man, running the ball, the play design, getting the ball out of Aaron's hands, not taking a lot of shots, not getting hit as much. And this thing, I mean, they're rolling. So I got to apologize to Aaron and the rest of the Packers, because I had those guys in the wild card, but they now Minnesota's going to have something to say about the division, because they are very, 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 very good. They're 6-2. They're only 1 game behind, but the Bears are a mess. I mentioned them earlier, but they're just a mess. But that's Sunday night football game. Packers over the Chiefs, 31-24. Good Sunday night game. A good primetime game. A really good primetime game with 2 good teams. Chiefs dropped to 5-3. Unlike tonight's Monday night. Unlike tonight's primetime football game. What are you serious right now? Are you serious with me, ESPN? Again, I know these games are scheduled way in advance, but this is horrible. The 0-6 Dolphins We gotta watch the 0-6 Dolphins who just traded another player away, and they probably trading somebody right now as I speak. Just traded Kenyon Drake, the running back. Devontae Parker is rumored to be on the move. Against the 2-4 Steelers, Mason Rudolph does come back tonight. But I mean, what a dog of a game! I mean, just really NFL. Really, the Dolphins, Steelers tonight. That's what I get. This is what you treating me to. This is what my evening is gonna revolve around. Steelers and Dolphins. Dog of a matchup. Just garbage of a matchup. Let me see what's going on here. We got some questions already. You think Jimmy G can lead this team? Come playoff time, he's gonna have to do a little more to take y'all over the top, but you guys do look good. Reminds me of Seattle with that defense. I've been saying it. I'm very consistent in what I've been saying about the 49ers. Look, I'm not I call it like I see it. This is the one thing you get when you tune into this program. I call things like I see them. Very objective on this program. I don't get a position and just stick with it when I clearly see there's something that tells me that it's not what it was. I got eyes I can see. Jimmy is the biggest liability on our offense right now. Now people may think it's the receiving corps, but I think those guys are good. We don't have an elite guy. But Jimmy is the weak link of this team. Now I'm not. Is he a detriment? But he's the weak link, and he's prone to throw a pick. I think he's throwing an interception in every game, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe not in the water, which is funny. He didn't throw one. I don't think he threw one in the Washington game, which was a monsoon. But he turned the ball over. It seemed like in every game. He has bad footwork. Bad fundamentals. He fall backs away from his throws. I'm worried when he goes back to pass. But Kyle Shanahan again, his genius of calling plays. If you look at our offense, a lot of this eye candy, this motion, it gets him throws that are open, that are short, quick passes. He's not holding the ball long. It's just it's brilliant, and it's all because you can run the football. When you can run the football, it changes a lot of things. When you can run the ball, it opens up everything. It makes great defense, a running game hides a average quarterback. You can hide him. Now, we've seen teams win Super Bowls with average quarterbacks. We've seen it happen. Ravens. We've seen it. Peyton Manning on his last leg with the Broncos. Russell wasn't asked to do much in the Seattle first Super Bowl, but he was above average. But I just don't know. Do I believe he can win it right now? Not doing the little things he's doing, because you get better teams, they're gonna take your strength away. Let's just say for the Patriots. Let's say for the Patriots, for instance, they know we want to run the ball. They're gonna load the box and stop the run. Bill Belichick's gonna just take the run away. Now what do? Then he's gonna double team George Kittle. Now here's where the cat mouse game come into play. Now, do you have somebody who can win one-on-one outside? Do you trust Jimmy G to make those throws with them tight windows? That's what worries me to death. Now, defense is so good that you can get to the playoffs. This team can go to the playoffs. This defense is so good, it can get to the conference title game. Now, after that, all bets off. Jimmy, it's gonna come a game or two, but Jimmy is gonna have to win the game. We won't be able to run the football. Defense is going to give us some points, and it's going to come a game where he's going to have to win with his arm. And I'm waiting for that day. It's going to happen. Let's go back, though. Let's go back to Saturday, because I like to do this thing in chronological order. Let's go back to Saturday, college football. We had a major upset Saturday. We had the number 5 ranked Oklahoma Sooners go down in flames. Your dreams went down to die in Manhattan, Kansas, at the Kansas State Wildcats just running all over Oklahoma. The quarterback had 4 rushing TDs, and the game ended 40 45, 41, 48, 41 Kansas State, but in reality, it was really not that close. It was really not that close. It was 48-20 at one point. They were putting foot to Oklahoma's ass at one point in this game. You know how that goes. Take your foot off the gas a little bit. Oklahoma scored a couple late touchdowns, made this thing look better than it did. Had a chance for the onside kick. But I feel like we got Duke and I've been singing the praises of Oklahoma defense, thinking it was better, thinking it had improved, and nope. Same old Oklahoma defense got lit up, ran out the field by a very pedestrian Kansas State offense. Very pedestrian. Ran off the field. Oklahoma's dead. Texas loses to TCU. So now that Oklahoma win against them doesn't look as good. Big 12 is done. They're done. In my eyes, the Big 12 is done. So we can cancel them out. Big 12 is out. No Oklahoma, no Texas. Get them out of there. Now Baylor's undefeated. Baylor is undefeated. Matt Rule has done a great job with this program in 3 years. I think he won one game his first year and a few games last year. This Baylor's team is undefeated. So, got to keep your eye out for the Baylor Bears. But I do think the Big 12 is done. I don't think Baylor's going undefeated. But the Big 12 is done. Texas has 3 losses. 3 losses. They're done. They're done. The Big 12 is done. They're done. In other spots of the world in college football, in the Big Ten, we thought we had a big time matchup between Ohio State and Wisconsin. It turned into a rout. Ohio State, put respect on their name. The Ohio State Buckeyes look eye test, look like the best team in the country. Eye test. Offensively and defensively, they can run the ball, they can pass it, they got a running quarterback, they can stop the run, they got 2 NFL type cornerbacks that can cover people. This team is absolutely loaded. Urban Meyer has left this cupboard full. And Ryan Day is the beneficiary of this. Now he brought in Justin Fields because he had to get him to transfer there. But other than that, this team is loaded. And I haven't seen a better team all year other than LSU. And the reason why, I get to my top eight and then top 10 teams I got in a minute. But the AP poll came out, so with AP but I'm gonna go through these scores first. But Ohio State has just every game I've watched them, I've been impressed. That's not one game I've watched of Ohio State this year and thought it wasn't good. It hasn't been one game where I thought Ohio State was the top 14. Not one. The Cincinnati thought they were gonna be a tough test. No. 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 Beat them down. Michigan State, beat them down. Wisconsin with the number 1 ranked defense in the NFL, college football. Number 1 in almost every statistical category. Beat them down. Beat them down. And Chase Young, if you are living up under a rock, Chase Young, the defensive end from Ohio State, is the baddest dude walking right now in college football. He's the baddest dude on the block. He is Debo. He's the baddest dude on the block. Destroying everything. He just destroyed Wisconsin Saturday. 4 sacks, forced fumble, and he was just a beast. Ohio State, dog. They look outstanding. They look outstanding. In the SEC, we had a big matchup, top 10 matchup between the number 9 ranked Auburn Tigers travel to Baton Rouge to take on the number 2 ranked at the time LSU Tigers. And it was a close game, 23-20. LSU pulled it out. Thought Auburn played well defensively, did some things, but again, that lack of quarterback play hurt them. The freshman, again, in this environment, he's just not ready. Just not ready to do what they asking of him to do in the passing game because he can't do it. even against an average LSU defense. We saw that defense against a Florida offense. That Florida offense moved it up and down the field against LSU defense. Auburn, not so much. The defense, they played really well. Now LSU moved the ball, but Auburn wouldn't break. So LSU was failing to score in the red zone. So, but they moved the ball. But LSU did what they had to do. They got the win. Another top 10 win. So LSU wins over Auburn. I thought that was a really, really good win. Penn State remains undefeated. Beats Michigan State. Goes on the road and beat Michigan State 28-7. Handled them very comfortably. Notre Dame. I told you Friday, Notre Dame had no room for error. I told you they had no margin for error. And they got drilled at Michigan. They got drilled. So they're done. 45-14. Michigan in a rainstorm just dogged Notre Dame. They're done. And no, I don't believe Michigan is any good. No, I don't. Still not. Won't get me. I'm not going in there. I'm telling you right now, I'm not doing it. I'm not falling for that trap. Not doing it. But that's a good win. After a tough loss against Penn State last week, to come back, bounce back, beat up on Notre Dame. Solid win for them. Alabama started a backup quarterback against Arkansas. They beat them 48-7. Matt Jones showed out. Threw the ball all over the lot. They ran it pretty well. Najee Harris, but it's Arkansas. Arkansas is bad. How much time does Chad Morris get? This thing is ugly. This game was not even close to competitive. Arkansas, Chad Morris. This is his third year, I believe. Chad Morris. How long do we stick with Chad Morris? How long do we stick with Chad Morris out there, Arkansas fans? That's rough. That's rough. Let's mention Texas losing to TCU. Iowa went on the road and beat Northwestern. They're 6-2. Appalachian State, ranked number 21 in the country, 7-0. The App State, Boone in the house. Boone, North Carolina is in the building. App State 7-0 after defeating South Alabama 30-3. They have a game coming up with a team. I'm gonna talk about it in just a few minutes. I'm gonna talk about a team in a few minutes. The App State got to play November 9th. I'm gonna talk about that team in just a few seconds. Let's go down there. Let me get the rest of the schedule. Clemson, dog, Boston College 59-7. Trevor didn't throw any picks. They ran it up. Clemson had 670 yards of offense. Let me say that again. Clemson had 670 yards of offense. Boston College had less than 2. Clemson had 670 yards worth of offense. Boston College had less than 2. At the end of the game, Clemson had a quarterback out there with a number on that you would think for a tight end or a kicker at quarterback. That's how laughable, that's how non-competitive this game was. And then I mentioned the Pac-12 teams. Utah smashes California 35-0. And then Oregon in a nip and tuck game with Washington State hits a game-winning field goal with no time left, 37-34. So quack, Duck still alive. I had him in my playoffs in the beginning of the season. Nothing has changed my mind. It should have beat Auburn. Got beat on the last minute play. I believe in Justin Herbert. And the Ducks quack. Before I get to my, let me go to my top 8. Let me go to my top 8 teams. My top 8. These are my top 8. This is how it should look. Let me show you what the AP had. Let me see what the AP got first. Let me show you what the AP has. The AP has LSU, Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson, Penn State, Florida, Oregon, Georgia, Utah, Oklahoma. That's the AP's top 10. AP's top 10. LSU, Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson, Penn State, Florida, Oregon, Georgia, Utah, Oklahoma. Yours truly, Mr. Wesley Sentell. I have LSU at 1. I think the eye test plus 2 top 10 wins on that resume. Now, they were at home. Nevertheless, 2 top 10 wins against 2 real teams, and they averaged almost 50 points a game at the time. Ohio State, I just mentioned them. They are a machine. And just on eye test, they're the best team in the country, but their resume is not better than LSU. But if you want to flip Ohio State, I would not be mad with you. I can't be mad at you. Clemson number 3. I know people want to keep talking about Clemson dropping in the polls, but people, Clemson people. Clemson people. I need you to calm down, okay? Calm down. They're not leaving an undefeated, defending national champion out of the playoffs, okay? Just calm down. Just stop. Stop it. Now they some idiots because some of them have you 4. I see some ranking y'all 4 and 5. Now some of them idiots. I get that. But don't worry your little head about it. It's gonna be okay. It's not gonna happen, okay? It's not happening. You're gonna make the playoffs. Don't worry. It's not happening. All right. Clemson at 3 on my list. At number 4 is Bama. Yes, Bama's at 4. Yes, they can throw it all over the lot with Tua Tagovailoa. Yes, they have Jerry Jeudy. Yes, they have Henry Ruggs. Yes, they have Devontae Smith. I'm missing a guy. They have all those guys. But for whatever reason, they choose to or don't run the football. Also, their defense against competent offenses has given up tons of yardage. I know people want to sweep that up on the rug. I know people don't want to mention that. I get it. I get some of these networks don't want to mention the fact that Bama gives up a lot of points, starting 3 freshmen at linebacker. I understand this defense is not what you think it is. It's not. They haven't faced any real offenses other than in Oklahoma, Texas A&M, I believe. But the ball got moved up down the field. Or even Arkansas. Not Arkansas. I'm sorry, I stand corrected. I've been Ole Miss. One of my old Mississippi schools. They moved the ball. But I got Bama at 4. At 5, I got Penn State undefeated, playing out of their mind, finding a quarterback. Hamler's a really good playmaker. The defense is locked in. They're doing some things. James Franklin. They're fighting James Franklin. At 6, I got Florida. Obviously, the only loss is at LSU, who is number 1 on my rankings. So that gives you some clout. Oregon is at number 7. I told you I believe in the Ducks. Quack, 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 quack. I think if they can win out, they can get into the playoffs. They would deserve a spot in the playoffs. They win out. They lost to Auburn on a neutral field on a last-second play. Justin Herbert is that good. Utah is my number 18. I know people are sleeping on Utah because you people don't stay up late at night. You people watch football in the South. You think all the games are over at 8, and then you turn your TV off or turn your movie on Netflix. There are games going on out west. There are teams that play outside of the Mason-Dixon line. There are teams that play west of the I-26. There are teams that are out there who play football other than in the South. There are other teams. There are other conferences. That's why I'm here for you people. But I told you that Oregon had Utah was really good defensively. I told you that defensive line was really good. I told you defensively they were going to be really good. They was one of the better defenses in the country last year. Offensively, I worry about them a little bit. They can get stagnant at times. They got a really athletic quarterback. But they're just playing really good football right now. And this is about right now what you've seen. And this is not about history. This is not a history lesson. This is about what have you done lately. Who's playing the best right now? Who looks good to you right now? And I love Oregon. Justin Herbert. If he had some receivers, this thing would be ugly. He has no receiver, and his best target, Mr. Jacob Breeland, the tight end, is out for the season. He's out for the season. But I love me some Justin Herbert. If you go look at his numbers, completion percentage, touchdown to interception ratios, he's outstanding. 10 is good. 10 is good. Quack, quack. At number 9, I have Baylor. Unranked Baylor, rolling people up. Matt Rule, throwing it all over the lot. They got a really good quarterback in, I think it's Brewer. They got a nice receiver. And they I don't know, defensively, they going to play some tougher tests soon. They haven't played Oklahoma yet. They haven't played Texas. So they haven't played the bigger boys in the conference yet. But Baylor's undefeated. I gotta give you credit when you're the Power 5 conference and you undefeated this point in the season. you get credit from me. You get credit from me for being undefeated this for the season in a Power 5. At number 10, I got Minnesota, another team that's undefeated. PJ Fleck. Also, did I mention I picked Minnesota to win the Big Ten Western Division? I did that. I picked Minnesota. They can run the football. They got 3 good running backs. They can run the football. Now they found a passing game with this Bateman guy. The quarterback is okay. They playing really good defense. PJ Fleck, man. PJ Fleck. Yeah. I had Minnesota winning the Big Ten West before the season started. So people can hear that noise. I had them before the season started. So this ain't hindsight. This is foresight. Shaq, what you got? LSU, Ohio State, Bama, Clemson. Like I said, 1 and 2. As long as you got LSU and Ohio State 1 and 2, and you understand that those two, it's inarguable that they're 1 and 2. It's not arguable that they're 1 and 2. It's not an argument. They're 1 or 2, however you want to put them. They're 1 or 2 right now, based on what you've seen, who they played, and how they've looked. That's the reality of the situation. Ohio State has yet to be challenged. Now the other day they was like, we want to see Justin Fields in a 1-possession game in the second half. They were in a 1-possession game in the second half, and then he went off. ETN could get in the high rate. They just don't give him enough carries. And then Dabo gonna pull him out the game. Yeah, he's not gonna get no numbers this week. He's gonna rush for like 100 yards, 2 touchdowns in the first quarter against Wofford, and he coming out the game. He just don't get enough. He don't get enough touches. Maybe he can have one of those crazy Novembers, and then you just don't have any signature moments on the Clemson schedule. There's no moments on the schedule. Like if you blowing everybody out, and unless you got these crazy numbers where you got 2,200 yards rushing and 30 touchdown rushing and some ridiculous like 8.0 yards a carry when you're playing, you don't have any moments where he went off against a great team. Well, like he's playing his best game against a really good opponent. Clemson has no opponent like that. They don't have anybody who he got to get up for. I mean, Boston College game, the first 2 drives, I think he scored in the first 2 drives, maybe the first 2 out of 3 drives. He was breaking long runs, but I mean the game was over. So, I mean, how many carries did he get? 13, 14? He don't get enough carries. If he got the Jonathan Taylor type carries, then yeah, because his yards per carry is ridiculous. But he don't have a chance to get a moment. Like Joe Burrow probably in the lead right now. He gonna have a chance to have a moment. They got to go to Tuscaloosa. If he goes into Tuscaloosa, lights them up, throw 3 touchdowns, they win the game, then it's Joe Burrow's trophy it's Joe Burrow's trophy to win. I mean, lose at that point. Justin Fields, I'm not really. KJ Dobbins, more so KJ Dobbins. He's been fabulous. He has a chance to get moments. It's a Michigan defense. I don't believe in Michigan, but the defense. He gonna play Penn State in a couple weeks. He got a chance to have moments. So who's gonna look back and say ETN? He had a big game against Wake Forest. He had a big game against whoever win the Coastal. I mean, that's not. Don't forget, it's not just stats. It's moments. Like things like a fourth. He's not gonna be in the game in the fourth quarter to have a big run. To be like, okay, that's a big Heisman run in the fourth quarter because he's not gonna be in the game. And Dabo don't leave his players in there long enough. Clemson may never get a Heisman. If they didn't get one with Deshaun Watson, they probably won't never get one. Deshaun did get robbed that 1 year. He should have won. But ETN is not really a serious. He's not really a serious candidate, right? Joe Burrow, J.K. Dobbins. I know I'm missing some people. Justin Herbert. I'm missing some people. Let's see. I'm missing some people. Tour in that list. And that's about it for me. Burrow, Dobbins, Trevor, and ETN gonna kind of cancel each other out. Tour, Justin Herbert. For me, Joe Burrow right now. For me, it's Joe Burrow. I'm not picking that up. I think he got 31 TD passes. For me, it's Joe Burrow. Well, Jesus, that half hour went by fast. Let me take a quick break. I don't want you people. Don't you go anywhere. We're gonna talk about the NFL the day that was in the NFL, and we'll keep conversation going about a whole lot of other things as well. I'll talk about Tiger Woods tying Sam Snead's all-time tour wins record yesterday. Talk about the World Series a little bit also, and then of course we'll finish up the show talking about the NFL. Maybe get a phone call or two. Hopefully hear from you guys. It is an Overreaction Monday. But stay right there. The hottest sports podcast in the South will return right after this. Yep. Welcome back. You know what this is, the best damn sports podcast, period. That's right. This is Sentell. I'm live on YouTube. Talk a lot about college football in that first segment. I'm gonna dip on over into the NFL schedule that was yesterday. Talk a little bit about the NFL. I got a couple comments here. Isaiah Simmons, a top 10 pick. I like him I just don't know where he's gonna play. I don't know where he's gonna play at. He's a safety. Is he a linebacker? What is he? I mean, he's a really freakish athlete. But what position are we putting him at? I don't know where he's playing at, but he is a freak. He's definitely definitely be a first round pick. I don't know where we playing him at. I just don't know where we playing him at. And yes, Ja Morant is a problem. I saw him yesterday against my Brooklyn Nets. And had his career game, had his coming out party yesterday, so to speak, against my Nets yesterday. So Ja Morant is a problem. Yesterday, Tiger Woods over at the Zozo Classic in Japan. It's a PGA. It's a sponsored PGA event. He wins his 82nd victory on the tour. So tied Sam Snead. So congratulations to Tiger. That's 3 wins in the last 14 months. Also, Game 5 of the World Series was last night. Astros pound the Nationals 7-1. Garrett Cole was sensational. 7 innings, 9 strikeouts, 1 earned run, and all of a sudden, no one in the series. Okay, we had 5 games so far in the World Series. No home team has won. No home team has won a game in the series so far, in the 5 games that we've had in the World Series. But I do want to thank Houston. They gotta get one more game to get it done. But I need Houston to win because I just cannot stomach the thought of the Nationals winning the World Series. I can't take it. I couldn't take it. I would literally lose my mind if the Nationals were to win the World Series. I would just lose my mind. I can't take it. Can't take it. Anyway, let's move on to the NFL yesterday. It was the Seahawks traveling to Atlanta. Atlanta is just awful. Matt Schaub started. Yes, that Matt Schaub. I know what you're thinking. Matt Schaub's still in the league. I didn't believe it either. I didn't know. But the NFL continues to do this to me. They continue to have people on their roster that I just didn't know existed or still was playing football. And here we are. There he is. Matt Schaub. Seahawks win 27-20. They improved to 6-2 behind a really good rushing day from Carson. He was good yesterday. It was the Colts over the Broncos in an ugly football game. Colts improved to 5-2, extend their lead in the AFC South. The Broncos are terrible. Joe Flacco is calling out coordinators, and now he's out this weekend already. So I wonder if he's actually hurt, or if the ownership and coaching staff really didn't like what he had to say after the game. If you didn't see that, you need to check that out. It was the Titans improving to 4-4, 2 straight wins with Ryan Tannehill at quarterback. They beat the Buccaneers. Jameis Winston threw like a boatload of picks and fumbled the ball. I mean, it was supposed to be Marcus Mariota and Jameis Winston, a battle of the first round quarterback picks in the same draft, who will both now be backups for the rest of their career after the season because both of them stink. Jameis shows flashes, like he has moments where he throws the football and you're in awe of him, and then he has moments you're like, why did you do that, Jameis? Why did you do that? And then you're like, how did he get to the NFL? Somebody's like, how did you make it to the NFL with this decision making? It kind of goes back, he made bad decisions at Florida State, and it seems that we thought that would go away as he got older, as he got more mature, as he learned to lead, that these probably would go away. So, history lesson has been taught that certain habits are tough to break. If a guy's throwing a bunch of interceptions, making bad decisions in college, maybe he'll make bad decisions and throw a bunch of interceptions in the NFL. So Jameis Winston is the poster boy for that. It was the New Orleans Saints who welcomed back Drew Brees yesterday to a 31-9 win over the Arizona Cardinals. They improved to 7-1. Saints, 6 straight wins, 7 straight wins if I'm mistaken. For the New Orleans Saints, Brees played well yesterday, but Latavius Murray was the star offensively for the Saints yesterday. 3 total touchdowns for Latavius Murray. It was the Bengals over. The Bengals over anybody. I apologize. I must have worked too hard today. The Bengals not over anybody. The Rams improved to 5-3. They beat the winless Bengals 24-10. The Bengals are a mess. What a dumpster fire of an NFL team. What a dumpster fire. The difference between them and the Dolphins, the Bengals are actually trying to win. The Dolphins are not trying to win, so they disqualified. The Bengals are trying to win, and they stink. Rams, Jared Goff played with. The running game is still horrible. They can't run the football. This team is just not the same. The Rams are much like the 49ers. The Rams' offense is predicated on a running game. They do a lot of the same kind of stuff, the motions, the shift, the eye candy, all of that type of stuff, but they can't run the ball. Todd Gurley is just, hey, man. Hey, I've been saying it for weeks. I started saying it late last year in the playoffs when I knew something was wrong, and I've been saying it consistently all season. Now, Todd Gurley is he's in trouble physically. He does not look right at all. At all. And if anybody tell you otherwise, they are lying. They are lying to themselves, and they are not watching the games. If you think Todd Gurley is even remotely healthy, but they improved. That game was also in London, I believe. Over in the UK. Rams improved to 5-3. Yesterday, the Eagles improved to 4-4. Got back on the winning track. They beat the Buffalo Bills 31-13. Dropped the Bills to 5-2. Slow start for the Eagles. They picked it up late. Carson Wentz came on late. Miles Sanders had a big day. The rookie running back from Penn State had a big day yesterday, helping the offense. I don't know if this was a bad Bills or good Eagles. I just don't know. But I do know when the Eagles can run the ball, they look significantly better. And the Eagles secondary couldn't be tested yesterday, not only because Josh Allen isn't the most accurate quarterback down the field. It was like a 30-mile-per-hour wind yesterday. So the Eagles, we don't know. They couldn't get they got the number. They got a stop rush defense so they could stop the run. And we just don't know about the pass defense yesterday because they weren't gonna be threatened by Josh Allen and his group of deadly receivers. Which by that I mean I'm being very sarcastic because they have no one that scares you on their roster offensively. So we don't know. Eagles did get a win, so Cowboys on the bye. Eagles got a win, so they for the Eagles. And just a weird football game yesterday. The Chargers beat the Bears. Let's talk about the Bears a little bit. That's the team that I picked to win the NFC North, and they stink. It was, I had an opening one time, good, bad, and the ugly. It was ugly. They had offensive possession that will make you just cringe and make you want to go puke. Some of the offensive possessions that I saw yesterday from the Bears, it was just horrible. Not just Mitchell Trubisky. He was bad. The blocking, illegal formations, the play calling, it was all bad. It was horrible. It was horrible. And despite all of that, they had a chance to win the game. They had a chance to win the game with a late second field goal. But before the field goal attempt, the coach decided to take a couple knees instead of trying to pick up more yards to get his kicker close. Memo to all NFL coaches. Do not assume any field goal kick that is not inside of 30 yards anymore, especially with the game on the line. Do not assume anything, especially outside of 40 yards. Do not assume anything. And of course, what does the kicker do? Former Florida Gator, Eddie Pinheiro, missed a 41-yard field goal. Chargers beat the Bills. What an ugly, ugly football game. People should ask for their money back. People should ask for their money back who went to that game yesterday. The Bears led at halftime, but got booed off the field. As they came out the field for halftime, were booed. That's how pathetic and putrid their offense was yesterday. Mitchell Trubisky is not getting any better. Matt Nagy seems to not know what the hell he's doing offensively. I thought he was a genius. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing how we have all these offensive geniuses when they have great quarterbacking players. And then when they go somewhere without great quarterback and without great players, they don't know a damn thing. They don't. We've seen it time and time and time again in college, time and time again in the NFL. These offensive gurus, just like the one up in my New York who left the Dolphins. Adam Gase was such a offensive guru because he got one great year out of Jay Cutler. Now he's had 2 head coaching jobs and then earned the first head coaching job. He's supposed to be an offensive guru. Now this Matt Nagy kid is supposed to be an offensive guru because he worked up under Andy Reid. He's trash. Trash, trash, trash. Jimmy's and Joe's. I ain't really, it's some great coaching going on out in the league. Don't get me wrong. There are some geniuses. There are some bright young guys. Kyle Shanahan. We'll see what Sean McVay can do to turn this round thing around. There are some bright offensive minds. Freddie Kitchens is trash in Cleveland now. Oh, he was such an offensive genius last year with Baker Mayfield. Now Baker Mayfield can't throw the ball to the right colored jersey to save his life. All of these offensive geniuses that leave these great teams who have great head coaches. It's always the head coach who's an offensive guy himself. And these guys get these jobs and they stank up the field. The guy in Cincinnati who had dinner with Sean McVay got a job because he had dinner with Sean McVay. He's doing a terrible job, a horrible job. Yeah, so this is where we're going. This is what happened in the NFL. These guys, they are copy anything. They saw success that Sean McVay had. Now everybody looking for the hot young coordinator without actually having a resume. One great season with a really good established quarterback. Now you want to get him in now. Yeah. See how is that working out for y'all people? How is that working out? I'm sorry. It was the Lions over the Giants yesterday. The Lions improved to 3-3-1. I mean, like I said, the Lions had some tough losses, man. They have played really well this year. Daniel Jones played well for the Giants yesterday through 4 TD passes yesterday, I believe. I'm not mistaken. He played really well, but the Giants fall to 2-6, I believe. They're not much to play for the rest of the season, so see how that go. Where we going? Hey, with the Jaguars over the Jets. Oh my God, Sam Darnold has been awful. Again, Adam Gase, offensive guru, genius, who had a job in Miami, who shouldn't have got the job in Miami. Now he's at New York, who shouldn't have got a job in New York because he's done nothing to get a job. And now the Jets offensively stink too. He's infected Darnold as well. He's infected him with his garbage. Now Sam Darnold forgot how to play football because he's around Adam Gase and his genius. Because he's a genius. But can't figure out anything. Now the Jets stink. The Jags are 4-4 in a competitive AFC South. This division is really competitive. Should be interesting. Like I said, the Titans are 4-4, the Jags are 4-4. And I'll get to the Texans in a minute. And the Colts lead the division at 5-2. we'll go back to that. At Texans, the Texans over the Raiders. Deshaun Watson was outstanding yesterday. I mean, what can you say about him? When you get protection and get a little running game, even when he doesn't get that stuff, he can beat you. He can hurt you. He has the killer wheel. He has that Michael Jordan quality to him, where he would not be beaten. Where he would not be beaten. He would do whatever it takes to beat you, and that's who he is. And he got the win yesterday over a game Raiders team. Derek Carr played really good. Raiders came in to win. They played very well yesterday. Texas improved to 5-3, and which was like a Clemson like alumni game, because you look at those rosters with the D Hop and Deshaun Watson and Hunter Renfrow for the Raiders and Clelin Ferrell for the Raiders. A lot of Clemson alumni out there yesterday for the Raiders Texas game. It was the Patriots beating the Browns, improving to 8-0, 27-13. Good thing most of you did not watch the show Friday, because I picked the Browns to win this game. So I'm glad that you guys did not watch on Friday, because I picked the Browns to win this game. I did, and they turned the ball over 3 times. Nick Chubb fumbled it twice. Baker threw a pick. I know it was wet, but the Browns had chances in this game. They had chances. They moved the ball. They had chances. I'm still not so offensively on the page. Defensively, they are stout. They did a good job yesterday on Odell and the rest of the Browns offense. I'm not so on the Patriots offense yet, man. Julian Edelman had a good game yesterday. They did some things, but it's kind of ho-hum. It's kind of ho-hum right now. The defense put them in some great positions yesterday to get some easy scores, and they took advantage of that, and they did. That's what the Patriots do. They improved to 8-0. And also, in what was supposed to be the game of the day in the NFL, in the NFC, it was the Panthers traveling to Santa Clara to take on the 6-0 49ers. And let's just say things got ugly for the Panthers. They like to say keep pounding. Well, they got pounded. 51-13. Niners rolled the Panthers yesterday, and I cannot just stop raving about this Niners defense. It is nasty. Now, they gave us some rushing yards because Christian McCaffrey is not from this earth. They broke a long run. That's the first 100-yard rushing we gave up all season. But, Matt Kyle Allen had threw a pick all season. He throws 3 yesterday. We get him for 3. We sack him 7 times. We harassed him yesterday. I get the Bosa mixed up. Nick Bosa had 4 sacks by himself and a pick. Defensive Rookie of the Year, just go ahead and mail him the trophy right now. It's over. It's over. He keep this pace up. We're not going to be talking about this defensive Rookie of the Year. We're going to be talking about defensive player of the year. That's how good this kid has been. I don't like him personally, but as a football player, the guy is outstanding. He is a pass rusher's dream. He has the speed, he has the power, he has the finesse moves. He's athletic. He is just gifted as a defensive end can be. And boy, oh boy, did they hit on Nick Bosa to go along with all those other first-round defensive linemen that we drafted in the last 4-5 years. And this D-line is just nasty. They get after you, which makes the secondary look good, which is, I thought, was a weak spot of the team. And could still be if you can hold up front. But the linebackers, Corn Alexander, Fred Warner, oh my goodness. Those guys are flying around the football. Richard Sherman can't run. He's not fleet of foot, but he knows the game. He's smart. Plays his role. Got the young guys in the right position. Tart back at safety. Really physical in the box safety. This defense is nasty. I love to watch the defense. Offensively, still missing our left and right tackle, but yet still able to run the football. Yesterday was Tevin Coleman, 4 TDs. He was just, some of those holes, but he hit those holes, cut back, and then turned on the burners. This offense looks good. Again, it's gonna come down to when teams figure out, hey, we gotta stop this run. Make Jimmy G beat you. That's what teams are gonna start doing, and we'll find out more about this team, how seriously a contender this team is when we see a game where Jimmy G has to beat a team with his arm and we don't rush for 200 yards of the team. It's coming. That day is coming. I promise you. We play Arizona this Thursday night, by the way. Tune in. Tune in. Undefeated. One of the 2 undefeated teams in the NFL. Patriots. Thursday night football for the Niners. So that was your NFL Week 8. Again, now, I got a few minutes left in the show. Let's get some phone calls, some comments. 864-378-5943. 864-378-5943. React, people. Overreaction Monday. React to what you saw this weekend. College football, NFL, World Series, Tiger. The NBA season has tipped. What did you see this weekend? What did you like? What did you dislike? Who you hate? Did you love? Whatever is in your mind. Bring it right here on this Overreaction Monday. Oh, what we had. What was that? I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. But Rams are in trouble. Yeah, I think we kind of saw that last week that the Rams, against the 49ers, we saw how much they struggled without a running game. How bad Jared Goff looked. The kids with them with the running game, man. I just believe that they have to run the football to be successful. I mean, that's the bottom line. They got to run the football to be successful. The Bears need to fire everyone. Passed on Mahomes. Laughing. They passed on Mahomes. Deshaun Watson. These are the moments where you can laugh at GMs because you know. I had a whole, before Sentell's Intel, there was another show I did, before high-tech cameras and all of this good stuff. It was not very good. It was not very eye-friendly. I talked about these things. I talked about people taking quarterbacks based off potential and not production. And I clearly stated that day, it's about production, not potential. For the most part, with quarterbacks, it's about production. Now, this guy only threw like 15 TD passes. He played like one season. He had one good season in North Carolina. He was backing up the Williams kid. And people were just falling in love with him in shorts and t-shirts. Like, they just fell in love with the guy because he had on shorts and t-shirts throwing the ball around. Man, you got to get in that film room and watch that tape. You got to watch that tape. There's no way in God's green earth, and I said this then, that Deshaun Watson shouldn't have been the number 1 overall pick. There is no way in God's green earth Deshaun Watson shouldn't have been the number 1 overall pick. No way, no how. I don't give a damn what the measurements say. I don't give a damn about his hand size. I don't give a damn about his 40. What did your eyes tell you? You saw this man light up college football. You saw this man against Alabama 2 times destroy Nick Saban. And this guy was not the number 1 overall pick? How? Now, I think they took Myles Garrett. The Browns took Myles Garrett, I believe, in that draft. Fine player. Really good player. All-star, all-pro type player. But he'd never be more important than a franchise quarterback. Never. And they passed on him, and not only them, 9 other teams, 8 other teams. 10th or 12th. 9 or so other teams passed on Deshaun Watson, including the Bears, who took Mitchell. What a slap in the face to Deshaun Watson. That you could be what he was in college, dominate, win a national title, get the 2 national championships, win 1, and a guy who played 1 season through half the touchdown passes you threw went before you. What are we doing? What are NFL GMs doing? Are you watching tape? Are you watching film? Are you doing anything? Production over potential. Unless, and there's other circumstances where you are playing with a bad team, so you have to just look at and grade him for potential because maybe he's on just a horrible team. But that North Carolina team had just went to the ACC championship. And they went backwards. They digressed under Mitchell Trubisky. So, again, production over potential when I'm drafting a quarterback. I need to see it. And not some of these fly-by-night, one-year wonder type things either. And look, I was hard, and I'm going to talk about number one overall pick this time, Kyler Murray. Look, I've been hard on the guy. But he's making it very difficult on me right now. He's making it very difficult on me right now. It makes me want to change my opinion. I'm waiting out. I'm holding out. But the guy convincing me more and more every week that he may last in his league. It's still a long way to go. But he's making me hedge my bet a little bit. So kudos to him. Because, I didn't think he had it. But kudos to him. But these GMs, they're terrible. They're terrible. GMs are terrible, man. They are terrible at evaluating talent. They evaluate the wrong things sometimes. They don't evaluate heart, character. They don't evaluate these things. There's no way in the hell, no way, no how Deshaun Watson should have went number one overall. But yeah, he can. There's no way. That's not reality. That's not even reality. There's no way. There's no way that happened. When we look back on this history of this, and if he stays healthy, this guy didn't go number one overall. Like how? Welcome to the show, man. It's Sentell, man. Overreaction Monday. Trying to get a couple phone calls, maybe in here before we leave. Maybe a couple more comments. 864-378-5943. 864-378-5943. We've talked NFL. We talked college. We've talked this terrible, horrible, no good Monday Night Football game we got. The 0-6 Dolphins, 2-4 Steelers, just a mess. Talked about the top AP poll for college football. I gave you my top 10, top 8, top 10 teams. I'll give it to you again. Top 8 teams in college football according to yours truly. Western Sentell, LSU at number 1, Ohio State number 2, number 3 is Clemson, number 4 is Bama, number 5 is Penn State, number 6 is Florida, number 7 is Oregon, number 8 is Utah, and then if you had to go 9 and 10, I have Baylor and Minnesota. Both are undefeated. One's in the Big 12, one's in the Big 10. That's my top 8. And on Friday's show, I will unveil my first NFL power rankings. I give you the best 8 teams in the NFL according to me. This is my power rankings, not your power rankings. My power rankings. So you can't say anything to me about my power rankings. You can disagree with me, but they are my power rankings. Regardless of that, they are my power rankings. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight to the Best Damn Sports Podcast, period. Shout out to everybody who got in with a comment. My man Shaq, my man Jarrell Dennis, thank you for getting in with your comment tonight. Again, this show will be up on the Best Damn Sports Podcast page, or highlights of this show will be up on the Best Damn Sports Podcast page over on Facebook in a couple hours. So just look for the highlights, check it out, and then get over to YouTube, subscribe, so you don't never miss the Best Damn Sports Podcast, period, with your boy Weston Sentell, a.k.a. Mr. No Days Off, a.k.a. the One Man Dynasty. So, with that, I will see you guys Friday for a Football Friday edition of the Best Damn Sports Podcast, period, the hottest sports podcast in the South. Catch me Friday. Big, huge game in the SEC East. Florida, Georgia, probably for the right to go to Atlanta for the SEC Championship game. It's going to be a hype show. I'll be pumped, I guarantee you. This has been Sentell. I will see you guys on Friday. I'm out.